Hello, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss another DB2 SQL function, which is replace. So before we start program discussion, let me show you the exact data, and we'll understand like what kind of an requirement was there, due to which I just created this SQLRPGLE program. Okay, so for that I will just jump to my session B, and here I will run one query. Select star from Sharmit 1 slash emp. So what it will do, it will show you the exact data that we have stored in our file. Okay, so now what we are looking for here, you can see that in first name column there are multiple names stored, right? But the first name is for the first row is test, and we don't want to get this like this. Okay, so what we can do, we can replace at the time of retrieval of data as well. So whenever you want to retrieve the data, you can uh, just replace this thing with the correct name, so that in program you can get the correct name. So how to do this? So for that we will use function replace function. I will show you. So here what we are doing, first of all we are declaring one constant variable, which is SQL state underscore valid, 5 times zeros. Okay, so this variable we are going to use, this constant variable we are going to use to validate whether the query is executed properly or not. Now below to this we have one variable result varchar 30. Okay, so this variable we will use to store the output that we are getting from our query. Then we are doing SQL set option commit equals to star none. This is not needed in case if you are reading the data, but if you are modifying the table, then you need to specify this commit equals to star none. Now below to this we are running one SQL query, which is select, and this is the function. So this is how you need to write the syntax for this replace function. So just write replace, and your first argument would be the column where you want to perform the replacement. So I just specify it as first name. Second argument is test. So here you can pass the value which you want to replace from this column, and then the third value is the new value with which you want to replace your old value. Okay, so three argument: column name, old value, and new value. Then whatever the output it will retrieve, it will send, we will store it into the host variable result. Okay, and host variable is always started with a colon. Now we are getting this data from Sharmit1 slash emp table, and fetch first row only. In program we are just fetching the first row. Once this query is executed, we will verify if the SQL state equals to SQL state underscore valid, then display the result, else print the SQL state and query ended with an error message. And then we are doing the inlar equals to star on. So let's quickly go and compile the program. It is compiled. Now call this program. Here we are getting the value as ABCD. Fine. So this is how we can utilize this replace function. Okay, so here we need to pass only three argument: the column where you want to perform the replacement, the old value which you want to replace, and the new value with which you want to replace. Okay, so let me show you that thing again in the table. Here it was test, but at the time when we call this program, it is returning ABCD because it replaces that value. Okay, all right. Now will it possible to execute this query here? Yes, it is possible. So on STRSQL you can simply write select replace first name, and here I'm changing the name Jane with ABCD as updated names. This is my alias from EMP table. So if I hit enter, you can see the second value is replaced now because we have passed the second argument as Jane. So it replaces that with ABCD. Okay, so this is how we can utilize the replace function on STRSQL as well as an SQLRPGLE program. So yeah, that's all for this session. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching TechSharmit.